Everybody at Virgin love a challenge. I think what Virgin is about is taking on big conglomerates and moving into their territory and seeing if we can shake them up. You know, we've managed to do that in the music business, we've managed to do that in the aviation business, in the mobile phone business, and I think that where the people who work for Virgin get their passion from is being proud of the company they work for, being proud of the difference that Virgin's making.
You are concentrating on the area in front of my feet, aren't you?
It's where I feel comfortable.
Getting this uncommon service because we rock.
Screw it, let's do it.
So we're going to put up some slides with some of your companies here. You've started one or two in your time. So, you know, Virgin Atlantic, Virgin Records. I guess it all started with a magazine called Student, and then yes, all these other ones as well. I mean, how do you do this?
I read all these sort of TED instructions. You must not talk about your own business and this, and now you asked me, so I suppose you're not going to be able to kick me off the stage since you asked the question. So,
it depends what the answer is. But
no, I mean, I think I learned early on that if you can run one company, you can really run any companies. I mean, companies all about finding the right people and inspiring those people, drawing out the best in people, and I just love learning, and I'm incredibly inquisitive, and I love taking on the status quo and trying to turn it upside down. So I've seen life as one long learning process.
I was actually also curious why. I mean, I think you missed an opportunity with your condoms launch. You called it Mates. I mean, couldn't you have used the Virgin brand for that as well? Virgin no longer, or something?
Again, we may have had problems finding customers. I mean, often when you launch a company and you get customer complaints, you can deal with them. But about 3 months after launching the condom company, I had a letter of complaint, and I sat down and wrote a long letter back to this lady apologizing profusely, but obviously there wasn't a lot I could do about it. And then 6 months later, or 9 months after the problem had taken, I got this delightful letter with a picture of the baby asking if I'd be godfather, which I became. So all worked out well.
Really?
Again. Yes.
You should have brought a picture. That's a biography written about you by someone. Is any of it true? Is there an element of truth in it?
I don't actually think that the stereotype of a business person treading all over people to get to the top, generally speaking, works. I think if you treat people well, people will come back and come back for more. And I think all you have in life is your reputation, and it's a very small world. And I actually think that the best way of becoming a successful business leader is dealing with people, fairly and well, and like to think that's how we run.
You're also working in Africa on a couple of projects.
Yes, I mean we've got we're setting up something called the War Room, which is maybe the wrong word. We're trying to, maybe we would change it, but anyway, it's a war room to try to coordinate all the attack that's going on in Africa, all the different social problems in Africa, and try to look at best practices. So, for instance, there's a doctor in Africa that's found that if you give a mother antiretroviral drugs at 24 weeks when she's pregnant, that the baby will not have HIV when it's born. And so, disseminating that information to around the rest of Africa is important. I think that people do things for a whole variety of different reasons, and I think that when I'm on my deathbed, I will want to feel that I've made a difference to other people's lives, and that may be a selfish thing to think, but it's the way I've been brought up. I think if I'm in a position to radically change other people's lives for the better, I should do so. I'd like to, my grandmother lived to 101, so hopefully I've got another 30 or 40 years to go. No, I just want to, live life to its full. If I can make a difference, I hope to be able to make a difference. And I think one of the positive things at the moment is, you've got Sergey and Larry from Google, for instance, who are good friends, and thank God you've got two people who genuinely care about the world, and with that kind of wealth, if they had that kind of wealth and they didn't care about the world, it'd be very worrying, and they're going to make a hell of a difference to the world. And I think it's important that people in that kind of position do make a difference.
Well, Richard, when I was starting up in business, I knew nothing about it, and I also was I thought that business people were supposed to just be ruthless, and that was the only way you could have a chance of succeeding. And you actually did inspire me. I looked at you, I thought, well, he's made it, maybe there is a different way. So I'd like to thank you for that inspiration and for coming to TED today.